Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video of Shivangi Singh Astrology. And it's Christmas today, so wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season, and Happy New Year. So today I received another new deck, and it's the second time that I'm receiving a brand new deck on Christmas. Last year again I received one, so this sort of gives me a sign from the universe that I'm on the right path and makes me very happy that I received decks on such a special day and such a powerful day because it's considered Yule in pagan system, and of course it's celebrated worldwide in one form or another. So today the deck that I will be reviewing, the deck that I received this morning, is by Kyle Gray. It's the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, and the artwork is by Lily Moses. It's a 55 card deck. It comes with a guidebook. It's kind of thick. Let me just say that when I received this deck, it was in plastic. Obviously, I removed the plastic and I did my cleansing rituals. That is, I normally go for a salt circle, but I didn't feel like a salt circle with this one. So I just did a fire cleanse and I shuffled the cards, did readings, drew the first cards and everything that I do, my rituals, recorded everything. So the first thing that I noticed about this deck was how beautiful it was. Oh my god, I cannot tell you. I'm not sure if my camera is catching the right color. But let me just tell you, it is one of the most beautiful decks that I have. And I've been absolutely mesmerized by it. First of all, I'm a Slytherin, so I love the green. And when it's contrasted with golden, it's just all that more beautiful. It's a deck which combines a lot of elements. I believe that it is one of the most beautiful decks ever created by Kyle Gray. He has created quite a lot of decks. I have Keepers of the Light by the same author. Now, Keepers of the Light is also a very beautiful deck, but in a different way. Also, they took off the beautiful gilding that it used to come with, so that has reduced its beauty, I feel. So, that deck would have really benefited from a beautiful golden gilding which it used to have, and then they decided for whatever reason to take it off. Now, anyway, today this is the deck that we are talking about, and it's really beautiful. In fact, it's so beautiful, it reminds me of one of the recent Colette Baron Reid decks because they do an incredible job in terms of color, images, and everything, designing the whole deck. This one actually is a little similar to Mystical Shaman deck, which I never bought. I wanted to, but I didn't because I just thought it's way too costly. And I've had some not so good experiences with overpriced Oracle decks, and this year I anyway bought quite a lot of tarot decks. This is, by the way, my 25th deck, so I have quite a collection of tarot, oracle, Lenormand decks, and I use them, so it makes sense. It's like an investment because they do come quite expensive in India because they're imported. We rarely get decks which are created by Indian authors. When we do, they are fairly priced, but all of these decks, Hay House and US Games, they're very costly, so you have to be careful of buying them in India. So the look and feel is absolutely beautiful. Like, this deck is so very beautiful, I can't tell you. And this is what it says. This is like an intention that you set in terms of activating this deck. And it also has a nice sweet message on this end. So this deck is actually divided into 4 parts. The 4 parts that they're talking about, 4 corners. I'll show you how. So this is the book, and I would suggest that if you have this deck or are planning to buy it, then definitely read the book because the book gives you a good background, and for this deck you need it. So let me show you. This has been divided into 4 parts. There are this is like something which shows you how to connect with the deck. Then we have 4 different divisions of the kind of cards that we have. First is the sacred ones. Remember, it's angels and ancestors, so it actually involves quite a lot of elements in it. So sacred ones. Then we have guardians and messengers. Then we have warrior symbols, and then we have the seasons. So these are the 4 categorization. The book is normal. It's a black and white book, typical Hay House size, nothing too different about it. It's a usual book, but then I would suggest reading this book before you start using this deck properly, in order to properly understand what this is all about. Many times you don't need the book, but this is one of those things for which you do. It's one of those decks where it is important to set a background and get started with it. So this is the paper covering. I like it when they come with a paper cover, not with a plastic cover. And I absolutely love the back. I think the back is stunning. So now again, surprisingly, this is one of those decks in which I'm not missing a gilding, but obviously if they would have given a golden gilding, like this color that they've used everywhere, the beautiful golden color, here also you see it, if they would have provided that gilding, it would have been the most beautiful deck I own. But then without the gilding, I think I'm going to take those points away from the aesthetics. I believe they stopped doing gilding for a lot of decks because it becomes difficult to shuffle them. They tend to stick together, but the thing is that they anyway stick together. What happens is when you print these cards, they sort of tend to get a little, folded towards the other end, like folded towards this end, and because of it, it becomes very difficult to actually shuffle them. I really wish they had given the gilding though, but I'm not missing it particularly a lot. I don't know why. Maybe because the rest of the deck is so very beautiful. First of all, I like that there's shading and effect rather than just like a plain uniform color all over. The color is absolutely gorgeous. The design on the back is so beautiful. So are the cards. Let me show you the cards. It is one of the cards. So first of all, the cardstock is really good, but it's like a little too smooth. It's completely matte. It's very smooth. It's so smooth that it is difficult to shuffle them, and cards do tend to stick together. But that's not a major problem. Like, it's not a problem that you can't deal with. So this is the artwork, and the artwork by Lily Moses is absolutely stunning. I have no words. It's so beautiful. Definitely the best deck by Kyle Gray. So this is one of my favorite cards from the deck. It's just so beautiful. This is one of the decks for which I feel like showing you each and every card. Let me see how much of that I can do. It's just really stunning. So this reminds me of the Empress card. There's also a card in here which reminds me of the Emperor. I'll show you. So these cards are not in order, guys, because like I said, I shuffled them up. This is the artwork on the cover. This is very astro. So I get the feeling that this is heavily inspired from Indian art. There are many cards in this deck where you see the influence of Indian art, and I think that they've created a heavy balance, a hearty mixture of angels from different cultures, and it's beautiful. So again, this seems very, very Indian to me. I don't know how many of you are Indians and you can relate to it. This is like the third eye. It's very beautiful. So these are the season cards, very, very beautiful. This is one of the element cards. So pretty. Again, one of the very pretty cards that we have here. So this is one of those Jaipuri designs, tie and dye, and also this whole the jewelry thing and everything. So it's again very, very Indian. Once again, very Indian. Now this is Egyptian. This once again reminds me of the Empress. Actually, this is more Empress than the last card that we had. This is like a mermaid. So this is something that again reminds me of Mystical Shaman. I think this deck has been in existence longer than the Mystical Shaman one by caller Darren Reed. Again, something Egyptian. Oh, this is beautiful. Again, reminds me of Mystical Shaman. Even though I don't have that deck, I've seen way too many videos of the unboxing and everything. I love this. It's like a dream catcher. It's not a dream catcher, it's a drum, but you know, it just reminds me of a dream catcher. Warrior Princess, love it. So this picture, I believe that there's a very, very similar picture in Mystical Shaman one. I think it's the cover pic. So yeah, very, very, very similar. And I didn't buy that deck because it's too costly. Mystical Shaman costs about 2,000 to 2,500. At its lowest, I think the price was somewhere around 1,700. But this deck, I got it on offer for only something close to 850, I guess, 870 at max. So definitely better to buy this one over Mystical Shaman, which is totally overpriced and has pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's a beautiful card deck, and if I get it for a very, very reduced price, maybe I'll buy it. Like, even if the price comes down to somewhere around 1,900, I'll buy it. But buying that deck for 2,000 is way too much. So this is another one of my favorite symbols, snakes. I love snakes, except the snakes in human form. But I really find this card very beautiful. And we have the bee symbol. This is one of the ancestors. So this is the Emperor card that I was talking about. The White Witch. So those are all the cards in the deck, and once again I just want to show you the backs. Very beautiful color, very beautiful design. Everything is just seriously beautiful about this deck. I love it. I cannot help but wish they had gilding. Oh my god, I love gilding. But then, think of this deck with a beautiful golden edge. Oh my god, that would have just lifted this whole thing up, lifted its beauty up by I don't know how much. It would have been amazing. So this deck can be used in various ways. For example, if the question is what a particular person thinks of you, I used it by asking what should I do to help in this particular situation, and I got a good response to that also. So this deck is actually multi-purpose. You can also ask which angel or ancestor or entity of the universe is helping you right now, or which angel or ancestor or entity is not happy with you. So anything that you wish to ask, you can do that, and it can be used in various ways. I've seen quite a lot of YouTube tarot readers use this, and I've seen them use this in very different ways, like even for their monthly predictions, yearly predictions. I've seen them use it, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So if you guys have used this deck, or if you own this deck, definitely let me know in the comment section below how you use it, in which ways is it fruitful to use this deck, is it good, is it not good, and everything else. So also, what have your experiences been? Do the readings come true with this deck? Do the readings resonate? And what are the questions that you normally consult this deck for? Definitely let me know that in the comment section below. So this would be my last deck review for the year 2019. We just have 6 days for this year. So yeah, we are going to enter a whole new decade in just 6 days. How crazy is that? Anyway, so a week to go. I'm very excited and looking forward to the future. This decade has been a crazy ride. I have been going through my return of Saturn, or my Sadesati, first Sadesati of my life, and it's been insane and not good at all. There were times when it was better, but it's just a bitter pill. Whenever Saturn gets involved, you can forget that things are going to be easy or nice. That does not happen. So anyway, I digress, but this was my reading. This was my review for Kyle Gray and Lily Moses Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. And I'll see you in my next video. Wish you a very Merry Christmas. Bye.